Hello, Lyn. Thank you for joining us today. It's good to see you again. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks, Nick, and good to see you again too. How have you been?
Good, thank you.
Hello, and welcome to our video blog.
Lyn, today I was hoping to ask about the practice that you're working from called EFT Australia. Now, EFT stands for Emotionally Focused Therapy, and some of our viewers at home want to know why is the focus on emotion?
Well, the focus is on emotion in emotionally focused therapy because we believe that a lot of the difficulties we go through, a lot of the problems that we come across are emotionally based, rather than there's different therapies out there that come at the processes from different angles, from the cognitive beliefs or behavioural stuff like that. But we believe it's a humanistic type basis that we believe that things come from an emotional basis.
When you say we believe, is there research to substantiate
Sure,
this?
there's plenty of research to back this up. There's been 20 to 25 years worth of research into emotionally focused therapy, which showing that it is at a very efficient or has a high efficacy, if you like, working with problems, and that can be depression, anxiety, those sort of things, as well as couples relationships.
Couple of relationships. And how does that translate? I mean, what are some of the processes that someone who is struggling with their emotions might expect to go through?
Sure, and an example that we do is I do a group workshop for couples that are might be having difficulties in the relationships or just want to enhance their relationships. It's more an educational process, but it's based on Sue Johnson's book, Hold Me Tight, which I have mentioned on my website. And the idea is that couples quite often get into cycles of behaviour with each other, and we tend to respond from a secondary emotion, that we get angry or agitated, and once we get into these cycles we can have an antenna up there looking for behaviour that reinforces what our belief is, and we can respond very quickly with our partner when we're trying to protect ourselves.
So when you say cycles, it almost sounds like it's not one partner or the other partner that's responsible for the fight, more so the process.
Absolutely, and I stress that with couples. There's neither of the individuals in the relationship are wrong. They're neither of them are bad. They are purely responding to a stimulus from a way that's been adaptive to them in the past. Whether as they're growing up as a child, or as a teenager, or as a young adult, they've responded to some stimuli in a way that's kept them safe, it's kept them protected, and they're still behaving that way. So now in a couple relationship, the behaviour may have become maladaptive. As a child, we've got a different relationship with our parents because we're powerless virtually, and we have to respond in some way that keeps us safe. But now as an adult relationship, we need to maybe look at that response.
Okay, I see. So you're helping couples develop a process that is more helpful,
more adaptive to adult relationships. Where we in the relationship that I'm talking about, where when we get into a cycle, both partners are saying, "I'm really scared about losing my partner here. I'm really scared about upsetting them, or I'm really upset that I'm really scared that we might lose this relationship," and that's the big fear that's below it all. For instance, if one partner snaps at you when you walk in the door, then rather than snap back at them and say, "Oh, I don't want to get in a fight, I don't want to upset them, I'll withdraw and I'll go to my room and play on the computer," or something like that. The other partner's feeling left out and abandoned then because they really wanted to connect with you. So that's one of the cycles. We call that a pursue-withdraw cycle.
I see. So that's an example. So in terms of success rates of those kind of processes and those workshops, could you talk a bit about that?
Absolutely. Sue Johnson has done a lot of research with the universities in Canada and America. As you know, the universities carry out a lot of research, and we've done research through hospitals where people have been stressed because of a child has a disability or something like that, which is very, very stressful on a relationship. And they've worked with emotionally focused therapy with that couple, and they have a success rate of 85% of couples are able to mend their relationship and have a good, strong, healthy relationship after that. Not only that, it carries on. They've gone back to test those couples 3 years later and found that the relationship has improved.
So those aren't short-lived effects. In fact, the improvement continues.
Absolutely, because they've learned a new skill.
So this is Dr. Sue Johnson's research.
Absolutely, yes. And a lot of her students that are going through university now. She mentors and supervises a lot of students who do research under her control. So there's a lot of research to back up the processes. The whole Me Tai group workshop is purely educational. We're looking at the different cycles, and as I say, it's not a group therapy process. It's an educational process, but we do get the couples to talk to each other, but they don't have to share with the group sort of thing, like group therapy.
I see. So it's a bit safer in that way.
Very much so.
I see. Lyn, thank you so much for this. I think this clarifies to us a lot why emotion is so important in psychotherapy, specifically in the therapeutic approach that you adopt. And if you do have any questions, write to us. This was Lyn Thomson.
And Nick Kotlarov, talking to you again from our video blog. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.